This video is all about what's happening in the housing market in Metro Vancouver. If you're thinking about selling or buying, you're not going to want to miss this. Let's get into it. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dennis Sepulveda. I am a licensed realtor servicing all of Greater Vancouver. If you guys ever have specific questions about if you're looking to sell or buy or anything about the market in general, I'm always available. Just reach out to me anytime. I'm always happy to chat. So according to the Greater Vancouver REALTORS, we're continuing to see what many are calling the new normal. Let's start with sales. There were 16,048 homes sold in February 2026. That's down about 10% from last year and nearly 29% below the 10-year seasonal average. So what does that mean? It means that buyer activity is steady, but buyers are cautious. They're no longer frenzied, they're taking their time, they're comparing options, and they're negotiating. Did I say they're taking their time? Because they certainly are. Buyers are looking around, they want to see all their options because there's not a lot of pressure for them right now. Now here's where things get interesting. New listings are also down about 6% compared to last year. And while we still have a ton of inventory out there, we're still above the 10-year average, sellers aren't flooding the market. Right now, there are about 13,000 homes for sale on the MLS, which is about 37% above the 10-year average. So we've got a ton of inventory out there, but there's not a lot of new listings coming out. This creates something important, which is balance. The sales to active listings ratio is currently sitting at 12.6%. Historically, when the number falls below 12%, we see downward pressure on prices, and that's what we call a buyer's market. When it's above 20%, prices tend to rise, and that's what we call a seller's market. So at 12.6%, we're technically in a balanced market, but we're hovering right near buyer's market territory. Now let's talk about prices. The overall benchmark price in Metro Vancouver is $1.1 million, which is down 6.8% from last year, and it's essentially flat compared to January. If we look specifically at Detached Homes, the benchmark price is $1.83 million, which is down 8.8% year over year. So that's a significant drop in detached home prices. Apartments, the benchmark price is currently at $700,000 roughly, down 6.8% year over year, but it's up slightly from last month. Townhomes, benchmark price is currently sitting at $1,046,000, which is down 5.6% year over year, but it's also ticking up slightly month over month. So what does all this mean? Well, if you're a buyer, you have more choice, you have more negotiating power, and prices have adjusted from last year's levels. If you're a seller, pricing strategy matters more than ever. Homes that are well priced and well presented are selling, but buyers are still price sensitive. They're also taking their time, so it might take a little bit longer to sell, which can create some anxiety in a lot of sellers because we've gotten so used to home selling in 1 week and 2 weeks in Vancouver that when home takes 3 to 6 months to sell or maybe even longer, people get a little bit nervous. So patience is key to anyone who's looking to sell right now. The good news, inventory isn't surging, and if demand picks up in the spring and while listings stay controlled, that could help stabilize prices. In other words, we're not seeing a crash, we're seeing normalization. The spring market will be the real test. If buyer activity increases, we could see inventory tighten. If not, we'll likely continue in this steady, balanced environment. Ultimately, if you're thinking about buying or selling in this year, your strategy matters more than trying to time the headlines. If you guys found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. You can comment or reach out to me directly. I'm always happy to chat. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate everyone's support, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.